Tim from Kansas, what's on your mind?
Just wanted to talk about the Damar Hamlin incident and seeing all these people on Twitter and everything blaming the vaccine.
Yeah, we should say during the Buffalo Bills game last night, Damar Hamlin, what position does he play?
He's a safety.
Safety. He got hit. I guess he was involved in a tackle, rather, and then got up and then collapsed. Cardiac arrest. There is anti-vaxxers are taking this opportunity to pretend that he had that this is a function of the vaccination. He had a he did not have myocarditis. It's a different thing that he had, but they're claiming that it's like myocarditis.
Like commotio cordis,
yes,
is what I'm
which is a different thing, and they're making it about the vaccine because
they have,
that's what they do.
Yeah. I mean, just for some context for folks, like I understand that it's scary, but I think some of this is a little bit of confirmation bias because this stuff, we'll just put up Charlie Kirk, all these people saying, this is tragic and all too familiar sight right now, athletes dropping suddenly, and a lot of people are going to wake up to the truth tonight. And like, I mean, just one famous example, Chris Pronger, a hockey player in 1998, had a similar thing after taking a slap shot to the chest. So that would have nothing to do, obviously, with either the vaccine or coronavirus.
Because it was 25 years ago.
Oh, right. We've had we've had this from over and over again. Various issues with athletes having cardiac arrest. It happens, high school, college level. But go ahead, caller.
Yeah, no, just like them, this is the same people that, like, during COVID, thought that people who had COVID got into a car accident, that the government was saying that those deaths were COVID deaths, are now the same people that everyone that is young and has a heart condition or something like that, they're claiming it's the vaccine. So it can't go both ways.
Right.
Yeah, to the extent, like, if there was, and I'm not sure that, again, there is like a rising incidence of these sorts of cardiac incidents, like, I would say first I would look at the coronavirus itself before I would look at the vaccines.
Exactly. I mean, there's it's part of this whole sort of like immunity debt or immunity theft debate. And when you look at like localities that had barely any shutdown, barely any mask wearing, or countries, for instance, that did, and the rates in which they're getting RSV and the flu are commensurate, if not higher, than those places that had the shutdown, you begin to realize that maybe COVID is functioning like a lot of viruses, and it's inhibiting our immune system. They're already seeing it also having neurological impact afterwards. So who knows? But we're years away from fully understanding this stuff. But the vaccine thing is just absurd.
Yeah, we saw it with Candace Owens and Bob Saget, like immediately assuming that was the cause of Bob Saget when it was reported that he hit his head.
Yeah, you have the people these are the healthiest people in the world, the greatest athletes and best condition, and just blaming that and blaming himself for getting something that betters humanity is just absurd.
Yep. I agree. Appreciate the call.
Yep, thank you.
Jerry the Jamaican, new Japanese study confirmed 10 times likelihood of cardiovascular blood circulation issues post-COVID, not vaccines. Report was on NHK World Japanese News last week.
Yeah, it's wild. Like, I get being afraid about these sorts of reports and stuff, but to be afraid purely of the vaccine and not of the virus is just insane, and also contrary to all the evidence that we have available.
Absolutely. But there's a lot of people who have invested heavily in a certain narrative. Henry, news update: McCarthy lost his first vote to be Speaker. 19 Republicans voted against him. That's a lot. 10% of the caucus. And that's after he made concessions.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was his first mistake.
Willow, who does your hair these days, Sam, you handsome devil? I'm not really having anybody do my hair, per se. I mean, we have staff here. Matt and Bradley both style it before I come on.
Use mousse. We mousse.
They both.
Some Dapper Dan for Sam.
They switch off between makeup and hair on me every day.